What is your perspective on the level of crime in Oakland, and what do you think can be done about it?
Well, I think it's very clear. All of this crime is completely out of control when you have people, as I mentioned before, feeling not even safe to walk on their streets. And there's a number of different initiatives that have been offered. What I think is some immediate things that we can do is really build up a relationship with our police officers, which does not exist well in this district right now. For instance, and you see it with things like Chinatown, where they have walking officers and they have walking officers at Grand Lake, but you won't find that just a few blocks away in Adams Point or in Old Oakland. And I think that comes from a building of a relationship with the police department to get cops out of their cars and walking around the community. And we do need to be more aggressive in getting out cops out of the street, on the street rather, to do community policing, to talk to our residents. And, everywhere around the district, people want this. People are no longer of the opinion that we need cops to show up at the scenes of crime, but we need them on a regular basis to divert crime and to let this message be out that Oakland is a city that cares about crime and is really working to address this problem. And we need to do this because this is also, to the point earlier, about development scaring people away, and to the budget question, scaring people away from coming to Oakland. There are people that you talk to who would want to bring businesses here, who would want to move here and fill some of those condos. Because look, to the condo question, yes, there are empty condominiums and so forth. We as a city could be filling them with people because we've got some of the best deals in town, the best deals in the Bay Area right now. You won't find anything in San Francisco for under $300,000, or Berkeley, for everything. You'll find over 500 properties here in Oakland. Why is that? Why are these with such great deals and opportunities are people not being able to move in? One, we have a designated and unfunctioning first-time home buyers program, which I hope we'll get a chance to talk about tonight. But also, people don't feel safe coming into this community.
As we move around over the last few weeks, this is the number one issue in town. The notion of public safety. And I want to make sure we define public safety in a couple ways. It's not just a crime issue, but it's also infrastructure around fire service. I had a really interesting conversation with many of the members of Local 55, which is the Oakland Firefighters Union, received their endorsement. And one of the things they shared with me is that often in the city hall debate, it's police services that gets all the attention. They educate me a lot about the fact that we don't have, our fire services infrastructure begin to be antiquated. It reminded me of hearing about the stories in Baghdad where people were taking duct tape and putting on armor on the side of vehicles. They said using bungee cord and tape to hold some of the equipment onto the truck. That we no longer have a fire hose on the port side. That if something were to happen like the firestorm of a decade ago, that we're going to be in trouble. So part of the public safety issue is not just a crime issue, but it's this larger issue. But as we talk about public safety, I have a vision for it, and I hope you have a vision too. I have a vision where our children can play in the streets again. I have a vision where our seniors can actually walk up the block, to go to the store, or sit in the park, and not be harassed. I have a vision of people being able to walk Lake Merritt at night. At night. Where I grew up, and for many of you, the experience we had growing up, if you could sit outside in your stoop, you could take a walk, you don't have to worry so much. So to get to that vision, we got to do at least three things in my opinion. We got a much better community policing. We've been talking about community policing for 20 years. And the basic element is building relationships with people in the community so that police officers and the community they serve feel like they're one. I think that our first responders need to live in Oakland. They need to live in Oakland. Firefighters and police officers, I've been in New Orleans 3 times since Katrina. And people in New Orleans will tell you, if your first responders don't live in the city where they work, you're going to be in trouble when the earthquake hits. And they said that. It's not if the earthquake hits, it's when the earthquake hits. The second part of it is the jobs piece. With all of our folks coming out of, in terms of re-entry, coming back into the community with $200 and a bus ticket and a goodbye from San Quentin to Santa Rita, we got to make sure that people can get services on the front end before they're released. When they come back into the community, that there's some housing subsidies that they can go to their kinship group, not to some residents. 30-second mark, or is that the end? Okay. So I'll end there, and we'll talk about this issue a lot more later, because I think that the social services piece associated with that is really important. Great question.
handled at it and things that we have started to do, and I'm happy to share some of those with you. First of all, I do want to establish that we do have downtown walking officers in not just in Chinatown. We have also tried to get both the fire and police officers to live in Oakland, and they sued us when we tried to do that, and they won. So we have only been able to get them to be within an emergency district, but you cannot make them live in Oakland. With respect to community policing, we are finally able, because of Measure Y, to start hiring problem-solving officers in each beat. I was instrumental in bringing together the folks who thought only enforcement was the solution, with those who thought only social programs were the solution, so that we started getting the dialogue, and we ultimately wound up with Measure Y to fund both of those concepts. What we really need is an active neighborhood crime prevention council in each neighborhood. If you don't know where yours is, please talk to me so that I can tell you how to go to those meetings. We really need to have those working well in each beat, a problem-solving officer in each beat, a neighborhood service coordinator in each beat, and that's what we're working towards now. But it's not just policing that's going to make a difference. It's prevention and intervention as well, and I have been making sure that we fund those programs that will really make a difference, that show best practices in other areas, and that really match with the kinds of problems we have in our city. For example, at Cole Middle School, I was seeing a lot of violent behavior. We instituted a restorative justice program. We had no fights on campus all year, and I'll tell you more about this